Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome to the Keto Mom page. We are diving into atomic habits like we have been doing for the last week. And we are on chapter 17, and it's about accountability and making your bad habit hurt. What does that mean? So we're going to talk about that in just a minute. As you're tuning in, where are you tuning in from? I'd love to know, are you reading the book with me, or are you following along here every morning? And either way is great. I would tell you this. If you've got big goals, you want to lose some fat loss, you want to feel better, you want to take back your health, because that's why most of you are here, I would encourage you sometime to get the book. Go through it at your own pace. Take what the book is teaching you and put it into action. Action is the secret to anything. So I had a great Zoom last night with our team. We have team Zooms every Thursday nights. It's a business call, or whether I'm talking to my kids about relationships, or whether we are talking about sports or eating healthy. It doesn't matter what goal you're going after. The secret to anything is taking action. Not just gathering all the information, not just sitting down and learning it, but to put it into place. So this chapter is very straightforward. It's a very easy concept. It basically just talks about accountability and making your bad habit hurt. I'm going to give you an example of what that means in just a second. The book is incredible. I probably always shut off my alarms, which that is just a really quick tip. I set alarms for everything. To get up in the morning, we worked out. I set an alarm to do this live. I set an alarm to get my kids up. I set an alarm for anything that we have throughout the day. I set an alarm for me to do specific lives, for me to take action on my business. All of those things. My phone is constantly dinging to remind me to do something or not to do something. Super, super helpful. Whatever you have to do to remind yourself, you might have an alarm clock set for every 30 minutes to go drink some water. Drink some water. Are you eating well? Maybe before breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Hey, make the best choice possible. Have your phone talk to you. I know it sounds dumb, but it is an incredible reminder of yes, I have goals. Yes, I have to get stuff done. I'm not going to be lazy. I'm going to get up and do the things I want to do. Super important. All right, chapter 17 is about accountability. I love all of the chapters. I think the author does an incredible job at giving specific statistics. They always do experiments. They'll do testing and trials. They always lead with stories. So, of course, there was a story. And the basic concept of this chapter is simply this. There was a man who wanted to lose weight. He had a baby. Well, his wife had a baby. And, excuse me. How's your morning going? Is this your accountability? I'd love to know if this is your accountability. If you don't have an accountability partner, checking in every single day here could be your accountability. So, this man wanted to lose weight. And what he did is, the book talks about having accountability, but having let me figure out how they phrase it. It says the more immediate pain that you can cause, the less likely the behavior. If you want to prevent a bad habit and eliminate unhealthy behaviors, then add an instant cost to the action. So it talks about creating a contract. And so if you do something that you don't want to do, you're going to owe somebody something right away, right? You have to feel it. And it also talks about how you can't have a gap between an action and a consequence. So for example, this man was like, okay, I need to lose some weight. What I'm going to do is, he wrote himself up a contract. It's called a habit contract. And every time he did something or didn't do something, he would owe money. So he had his wife sign a contract. He had his personal trainer sign a contract. And basically, if he did not do these steps, it was like eating low carb, tracking his food, doing his workouts. Every time he skipped it, he would owe his trainer $200. That's a big deal, right? Or his wife. And everything for him was based on money. So if he didn't check in every single night, he'd owe his trainer money. If he didn't reach his quarterly goals, he owed his wife and his trainer money. And he wrote up the contract. He had them sign it. He did the check-ins because it hurt, right? Who in the world wants to pay their trainer $200 if they don't do something? I'll give you a very simple example. We used to work out at Orange Theory. when we lived in Florida. We currently live in Minnesota. Where are you tuning in from? It is a beautiful day here. Our family is going to family camp for a very short period of time, for like 60 hours, I don't know, 48 hours. That was totally random, but it's a beautiful day. And so we used to live in Florida, and we used to go to Orange Theory every morning. And what I loved about it and hated at the same time is you book your time to go. If you don't cancel 24 hours so that somebody else can take your spot, because they only have a certain amount of time, they would charge your card. So if we decided to sleep in, if we decided to not show up, they would charge us what, $20? I think it was $12 to $20. For some reason, I'm thinking 12. Doesn't matter the cost. But we both would be like, oh my goodness, I don't want to go, or we'd be tired. We'd stay up too late. But in my head, I went to Orange Theory because guess what? I'm not going to pay them another $20 to sleep, right? I already committed. I already paid the money. It got me out of bed. The same thing would happen with our CrossFit that we did here in town. If we did not go to, it was actually our idea. We gave them the idea. We said, because you could only fit in a certain amount, during the pandemic, blah, blah, blah. You could only, what?
$10.
You could only fit in a certain amount of people in the gym. So we said, you know what you should do? Because people weren't showing up. We were like, you should charge them $10 if they don't come, because it's taking up somebody else's spot. And they did it, and it worked. Because there were times we'd have to get up at 5 in the morning. We'd have to leave the house by 5:15 in order to get to our 5:30 class. We would get up because I'm like, I'm not going to pay them $10. Why would I want to do that? So accountability is important. That's the entire chapter. I don't need to read it to you. It was basically, you need to make it hurt. So if you've got goals, find yourself an accountability partner, somebody that's just going to basically go, excuse me, I need you to check in. I'll give you another example. And sometimes it has to be somebody that's not super close to you. It just depends. He used his wife and his trainer. Like our daughter wants to work out. And I will say, Amelia, go do your workout. Amelia, go do your workout. And she'd be like, want. Yeah. And I'm like, but you told me that you wanted to work out. You told me you wanted to eat healthier. And so I said, why don't you have your best friend hold you accountable? His name's Carter. I said, why don't you have Carter hold you accountable? Because if he's asking you, how are you doing, Amelia? It's going to be a different level of commitment, right? Because it's just different. And so she's like, I didn't. So she's like, ask Carter. And he's like, yeah, awesome. I'll totally do that for you. And then he's like, did you work out today? And she's like, no, I was going to start tomorrow. And he's like, why? So she went and worked out. It's just different, right? And so that's it. My question to you is, what do you have to do as far as accountability? Can you ask somebody? And then what money do you need to put behind it? It doesn't have to be money. It could be something different. I have to think of an idea. Oh, here's the other thing that he did. This is a good one. He said, if I don't do those action steps, if I don't work out and if I don't eat, another punishment is I have to dress up to go to work. Not jeans. He couldn't wear a baseball cap. He couldn't wear shorts. He had to dress in a suit. And he was like, I do not want to do that. So part of it was, I'm going to have to dress up to go to work if I don't do my workouts. Whatever you have to do to put into place to make it hurt, then do it. Because what's going to happen is you're going to naturally start creating systems and better habits, and eventually it will be automatic. You will enjoy working out. Will you enjoy choosing better foods? You're going to feel better. Does that make sense? Is this making sense, babe?
Oh, it's so good.
My great husband sitting right there. So you can even automate the process. And the last thing was simply this. He says, if you don't have an accountability partner, this is really good. If you don't have somebody that you're like, I don't have that person. He set up an automated response to go on his Twitter. You can actually set automated responses on Facebook. We could come up with something fun, but here's just an idea. Every single morning, this man wanted to wake up at 5:55 to get his day started. At 6:10, an automatic tweet would go out that said this: I'm lazy. If you reply to this, I will PayPal you $5. It means he didn't get up and shut off the tweet. So he set up something, so he had to get up. He had to go to his Twitter. He had to shut off that little automated response, because if he slept in, it would go, hi, I'm lazy. Every person that comments back to me or sends me a message, I'm going to PayPal you $5. Kind of a big deal, right? I don't know. It's just some good ideas. So with that, here's the chapter summary. We are less likely to repeat a bad habit if it's painful and unsatisfying. 100%. An accountability partner can create an immediate cost to an action. We care deeply about what other people think, and we do not want others to have a lesser opinion of us. A habit contract can be used to add a social cost and to help any behavior. It makes the cost of violating your promises public and painful. Lastly, I'm supposed to do my live. I didn't shut it off. I just quieted it. Knowing that someone is watching you can be a painful motivator. I'm watching all of you. I actually notice a lot of your names that check in consistently because I think, man, they're doing great. The last thing I will say is this. In the business that we do, I have people that message me every single day for accountability of growing their business. And if they don't, I actually say, if you don't, you should owe me $5. But if they don't, well, we haven't set the money. So if you're watching and you're on my team, I might hold you to a different level of accountability. But they do. They message every single day. Here's what I've done. Here's who I've talked to. Here's my outcomes. Here's the action steps I've taken. Even people here on the Keto Mom page, I have people that check in every single day, and they don't owe me money. It was their choice. They're like, can I just check in every single day? And they send me a message. Here's how I ate. Here's how much water I drank, or I didn't do it. The concept is accountability and making the bad behavior hurt. So that's it. That's all I've got for you. Chapter 17. We're almost done with the book. We're almost done. And we're going to dive into the book called The Traveler's Gift. Actually, we only have a couple chapters left. I thought we wouldn't be starting until you guys. Actually, we're going to start this other book faster than I thought. I think we only have 2 chapters left. 2 chapters. All right. So technically, we could start. I don't know if I'll do a live tomorrow or Sunday. We should start on the 15th. What's the date today?
Today's the 2nd.
Oh my goodness, it's only the 2nd.
No, maybe starting like Tuesday.
We could start Tuesday. All right, you've got a little bit of time to order this book. It's right here. Let me show you. This book is incredible. Go on Amazon, grab the book, or tune in here, The Traveler's Gift. Go to Hobby Lobby, or not Hobby Lobby. What's the Barnes & Noble?
No, don't go to Barnes & Noble.
Oh,
I don't want
he said,
them to go there.
my husband says don't go there.
Don't go to Amazon either.
Where do you want them to buy the book?
Go to Andy Andrews' website.
Oh, go to Andy Andrews' website, of course. Go get the book. I thought he sold them in bulk there.
I just got some challenges with some leadership decisions.
He has some challenges with some leadership decisions. Go get the book. There's actually a lot of smaller bookstores that you could grab books from, too, to support them.
That's true.
Here's the book. Go to his website. Super great. Grab the book. We're going to start on Tuesday. All right. I hope you guys have an incredible day. Always reach out with questions that you have. We're always here to help. And I hope you have an incredible afternoon or day.